How come it's always to the last minute, Katisha?
It's embarrassing. My lateness all the time.
Is your clock on Spanish time?
No, American.
I'll let you off because she's rocked up looking amazing as she always is. So after last week's Facebook Live, Molly said that she'd quite like to see some braids. So what I've done is I've created like a bit of an updo using braids. And how long has it taken me to put all this up, Oliver?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. And there's combinations in here so that you can see this one's quite loose. And all I've done is I've wound, well, okay, I'll start in the nape. So I've wound from the bottom up, okay, so that there's no hair in there. There's a pin, I'll just hide that. It's the great thing about this hair, you can just hide stuff. So I've got two sections going all the way up, and braided to the ends. Then with the ends, I then re-braided them, you can see them under there, and then went down the middle to fill in the gap. So it looks like as if it's one braid to try and avoid seeing any scalp. And I'm just going to disguise that little bit there by turning the pin, boom, and that's us. Oh, one more little pin, please. Great. So, yeah, I mean, braiding is quite a organic-y feel technique where you can just kind of go and pull out and dress and fatten up, and you can use your mirror a lot. So if you use the mirror there, Katie, you can just see that what I'm doing is I'm giving that elevation there from Katisha's face, you know, just trying to make it maybe not as tight. And what I want to try and make happen is for all this to sort of come forward somehow with a really pulled out loopy braid. How I'm going to do that? Oh, whoops. Hang on again, how I'm going to do that? So how am I going to do that? I'm going to just take the whole thing, the whole top, and I'm going to pull it forward into this. I'm going to take a section with my fingers, no tail comb, and I'm going to go straight in with two fingers. Boom, straight through the middle. Can you see that okay?
Yeah.
Or are you miles away? See that? So, with a braid, I'm just loosely tucking the ends in. And as I'm going, I'm just digging with my finger, picking up another piece of hair and folding it in. Another piece of hair and folding it in. Now I want it to be loose. So can you see how I'm getting those big bouncy pieces? Well, those are ideal because I want that bounce so that when I get to the end, I can really pull this out because there's not an awful lot of tension. As soon as I pull it, the bounce goes. And there it is again. Because you're doing this for your assessment, Oliver Treadwell, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, yeah. So again, I'm going to go all the way to the front. And did Caitlin doesn't speak then over there? It's Treadaway. Treadwell. It's actually not. It's not actually not Treadwell or Treadaway. It's Treadaway O'Hare. So, isn't that right, Oliver?
Is she related to Suzanne?
Yeah. He's related to Arthur. Arthur Dumfries. So I'll go right to the ends. And my little assistant, Oliver. Oh, has a bauble. So what am I using to? These are called elasticated snags. They're really good because they're strong, and they just are perfect for tying off a braid, and they become quite invisible, like so. So if I then take the hair and I flip it back on itself, what you then get is the size of the braids, and you tuck the end there away. Now you could braid it right to the end if you wanted to, and obviously I've not finished here, but it just shows you that from that braid coming forward, you can really stretch it out, really make it big and chunky and a bit fatter. The bigger the braid, the more detail you get in it. So you can roll it this way, Yeah, and you use your mirror a lot, or you can roll it this way, so it's slightly smoother. What do we think? What should we do, guys? What do we think? What's the...
I like it that way.
Yeah, maybe. So, because I'm creating an updo, see with the ends, Katie can just get this. There's the ends there. Now I can just tuck them away by just covering them like that. There's the ends, through the holes, cover with a finger, straight underneath, boom, one pin. And if you look at the way the pins are going in, they're going through her hair, into the braids, turning around and secure. Now guess what? Katisha's hair doesn't mess about. If it's not pinned in, it'll fall down. It's that simple. So the way you pin the hair needs to be really secure. So now I can start to destroy it a little bit. And just pull these loops out to exaggerate them. And it's a really visual thing. You just go as much as you want to the point where it doesn't really look like a braid anymore. You just really fatten the whole thing out. So what you get is that. Now can you see how you've got this sort of hole? I'm just going to try and fill that in with another pin just by getting a hold of it, pulling it, oh sorry pop it, pulling it back slightly and just getting a pin and just hooking that through. Because always, you should always remember that when you're creating something like this, it's all about how the profile looks, whether or not it's the shapes in there. I want to try and disguise the scalp for the simple reason that I want to just make sure the scalp isn't on show and it makes it look like a hair up. So you're doing your assessment on this, aren't you, Oliver?
I haven't indeed yet.
Well, have you got any questions for Nelson? To say that you should have 1,000?
Not too sure. How
No.
to do it so quick.
Years of practice.
It's not as easy as it looks.
Is it not? So I'm going to use a little bit of this, which is easy updo. Sorry, Pulpit. You got any questions, Katie? Is that fast enough for you?
That was fast and effective.
Stand up a minute, Katish, 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 Katish. So we can get the full velocity of your beautiful self. Love that long bit there.
It's fine. What does Katisha make of that long bit there?
It's my worst bit in my hair.
Where?
It's okay.
I love it. Like a hoop.
Like your little circles.
Yeah, I like them.
It just doesn't look like a braid anymore, does it?
I love the sound effects you made when you made them too.
What did I do? Did I?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, it reminds me of a little Victorian S-bend. Head forward. But obviously it's not. You can see it's just a lot of braiding. Katisha and I are available for weddings, bar mitzvahs. We also will rent out, what do you call those things that you jump on?
Nice castle?
Bouncy castle. What else? We do a sausage van,
Burger van.
a burger van. What else have we got?
What's that thing that's like a cowboy thing?
Oh, a buck and bronco.
Got Buck and Bronco.
Brilliant. Just put them on a second,
Oh, okay.
just for the full effect.
Wow. And the sun's shining.
Only available at Nelson Brown. Follow the website below.